Yeah, it covers it.
All right, we're live. Hi, guys.
Welcome.
I can run. I didn't know Robbie was also going live, so I'm sorry. I know you guys are channel hopping. Hi, Dave. Harmarsh, Purple, love you.
I didn't know Robbie was also going.
Oh, I can hear something. Mia. Are you playing it in the back? There, did you turn it down? There we go. Might be the other window you had open, Mia. Hey, guys. Hey, Sylvia. Mia will be back. You're on mute. You're on. Okay, there you go. Now I can hear you. Okay. All right, guys. This is just kind of like the first stream. We'll go on here for a bit, and then I believe we're going over to Mia's after this to continue on discussing. But Mia and I have talked a lot, and also like me and Megan J and a few of us about like what exactly makes one case go into this media frenzy and into a high-profile case that everyone's following over other cases that don't, when they seem to all have the same elements. Like, so what is it that makes it one case go high profile in this huge profiting case over another? Trying to figure out if there's similarities that go into all of these cases, what all they are. Like, is it all necessarily money? Mia, you had said something earlier too, but like, do most of them have what we call like a beautiful person involved in it? Like Casey Anthony, everyone says she got off with whatever because she was beautiful, right? Like, what exactly ties these cases in that makes them go above and beyond other cases that can barely have their voices heard? You're muted, Mia.
Hey, I'm sorry. Dave said it was really bad feedback, so I think that's probably coming from out here. I don't know. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome.
You're not beautiful. You're just an idiot. Oh, God. Hey, Lutheran Leaf.
That's what it is. I hear everything now. It's a delay.
Is that you or me, though? You guys, is that Mia or is that me? Juries don't like to convict beautiful young women. You know, and I hear that a lot, and that's really, it's really messed up. And as you see, like, what took so long for like Lori Daybell to be arrested? And I think she's gorgeous. And yeah, Casey Anthony, I think she did like, what was it, like 3 years total, and that was just for a charge of lying to the police, hindering investigation. It wasn't even to do with murdering her daughter at all. They would all be said to be beautiful people getting away with it. I mean, okay, that's what I thought. I think you have to close one of the tabs, Mia. So we want to take some cases that are like low profile, see what we can tie in that is similar into high profile cases, and it goes to prove there's, let's say, Christopher Watts case, since that's the biggest case and everyone is obsessed with. There's been other, I believe there was another man it was either before Chris Watts or shortly after. I think he killed his whole family, but see, it was like a media frenzy for like a minute, and then not all of a sudden, but we're still all hooked on Chris Watts, and still a lot of money being made in a bunch of different people's hands with this case, right? So what makes, like, I just don't get it. How come one stays so in the media and makes a lot of money over other cases? What is it? What do you guys think? Obviously it sells. There's always a recipe that sells. Look at the new documentary that came out for the Watts. That was actually family approved of this. I didn't know anything, or nor did I need to know or want to know.
I'm gonna have to get out of here because I can't. I have a terrible delay. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, go out and come back in.
Maybe I can come back in.
Yeah. Okay. So, in the documentary they had put in there something like Shanann, like her adult toys or whatever. Like, why did that have to be in the new documentary? Why did the family release so much sexual shit on their daughter, right? It's so bizarre. The same family, we're supposed to stop talking about everything, but they're releasing like these very personal, intimate moments of their own daughter, which none of us needed to know that. But why did we have to hear about it? Because it was Netflix, right? And sex, drugs, beautiful people, right? It's just disgusting. The Watts family was an attractive family. So much social media into their personal lives. They portrayed the American dream. It drew people in. Right. So Beautiful People was the first thing that you said in that, right? Even the little kids are so adorable. The whole family, like you said, beautiful people. Also, a lot of money were involved in this too. I think we need to also compare, I guess, the cases to the classes of people, middle class, high class, like Rhonda Glover, millionaire, billionaire situation, another high profile case, but it's been forgotten because the money was all gone from that case. So then it's just gone. It's just forgotten with. But still, it's a great case for true crime sleuths, right? There's been a couple of horrific familicides committed since Watts, but Watts' case stays top billing. Exactly. I mean, I read something about a family in Colorado, an entire family murdered, and 3 people were caught on someone's like doorbell camera, I believe, and they were wearing masks. Did anybody see that story, or did it quickly just get dropped too? Because I've not seen or heard anyone even talking about it, and it happened just a couple months ago. And again, why is nobody talking about how this happened not too far off of the Watts? Hey Archie, hey Colin. Cowboy says he's a beautiful. I'm beautiful and I'm stuck working in a junkyard. Beauty don't always win the day. Thanks for being here, Cowboy. There was an interesting one in Orlando, very fleeting. Hey, Manville. Yeah, so I don't understand why these cases, and also I know everyone's been into the Susan, is it Morphew? I'm not sure how you say their last name, but I mean, I know it is a bigger story. What happened to like talking about Leticia Stott and stuff like that? Why did all these cases just get dropped? It's almost like the money is done, the cases are dropped. But the Watts keeps going, and I want to know why. Why? What about the Watts compared to other ones? Like even OJ's stuff died down, right? Of course, it gets hyped back up every year around the anniversary, right? But I mean, then you really don't hear about it. Why? I know people had tried to get my theory out there even recently. Every time someone tries to get the exact theory that I have believed for many, many years, every time someone tries to do something about that in the OJ case, it should ramp the case back up again and everyone should be talking about it again, right? It should be a huge deal. Why do these things just keep falling behind and not getting back out there? Like, my personal beliefs in the OJ case, if you ask me, that should be another whole media frenzy thing again. Why are people not jumping on this shit or talking about it? Why is everyone stuck on the damn Watts? Yeah, Watts 24/7. Are you talking about the one where the whole entire family was killed? Literally 3 people caught wearing like these weird masks and black hoodies. And it was all over. I seen it like being on the Google feed for a little while. I read a couple articles on it, but then nobody was talking about it. It didn't go any further than, I don't know. It obviously did not go viral and it did not become a high profile case. But why? A whole family is murdered and 3 people in masks are seen on a doorbell camera leaving, and they're looking right at the camera too, if I'm not mistaken, or at least one of them looking directly at the camera. Like, what is going on? What's the one that was in Orlando? Watts case has more coverage than any other case I've ever seen in my life. That's what drew me in. There are hours and hours of interviews, videos, etc. Right. Right. I mean, we all know there's unanswered questions there, but there's still other cases out there that have unanswered questions. What about like the Stutch? Do we ever get anyone just like threw by as well that Heather Elvis, I think that's that girl's name. Do we not know or remember why are people not bringing more attention? Like Letitia lived in the same apartment building as this girl that went missing or something. I don't get how it works exactly. So what is it about a case that makes us just get over it and stop talking about it then? And stay so, I mean, the Watts is over 2 years old. Why are we still hooked on that one? It can't be just the unanswered questions because there's many cases that have so many unanswered questions. Like, what's that Susan just disappearing and the husband still walking around free? Like, what the hell? I have questions about that. A lady that was pregnant thrown off a cliff. Where was this? Where did this happen? See, I never heard about that. I would want to know. And is the husband of this lady or boyfriend in trouble? Oh. Can I? Hang on. All right, give me a second, you guys. Okay. Sorry. Archie, will you comment now and make sure that you're blue, please? Um, Okay. Okay. Is it blue now, Archie? Okay, there's a pregnant lady, two beautiful girls, beauty sells. Right, yes, beauty sells. See, so is that really, I mean, are we all that, all of us? Like, all of us? Because this is $1 billion industry every year of true crime and murder cases, right? Hey, weirdo. Weirdo, are you blue? Lady was talking to her mom on panel, the lady whose boyfriend did it. Oh, damn. Uh-oh. Oh, hang um, her name's Sister Carol. Hey, Julie. Let's have into some cases and try to give them a voice as best as I can do. I believe it does have to do with money. Yes, exactly. Which that kind of sucks that that's how we all, because we're all very, very vain people as a unit. If this is what's really all into, if that's the recipe for a high profile case. Armchair psychologist, hey, yep, justified in the house. Yeah, Heather Elvis case. I don't know why people haven't dug more into that, especially with the ties to Letitia Stott. And again, I guess people have dropped that case. We're talking about it because yeah, there is no trial. But even you guys, I heard something from somebody that who told. I'm just gonna say Carrie did some ancestry thing, and it looks like Chad Daybell and Lori Daybell may be either brother and sister or cousins. So hopefully, if I can see this proof, that would be some weird shit, and people are not talking about that. There's something weird about them. How did they get away with how many people they killed? Like how? And Lori Daybell, I have to say, yeah, she's crazy, and she's definitely a murderer or something. But she's again a beautiful person, and they got away with so many bodies under their belt, and I can't explain, like, how was it okay? How were they even able to get to Hawaii to get married? Like, why were they not arrested sooner? I don't understand. A South African pregnant woman was stabbed in the stomach, and her 1-year-old daughter was thrown off a cliff by her dad. Oh my gosh. See, I've never heard about that case either. Okay, it's truly shocking what Chris Watts did. I think that people are scared that it can happen to them and their family if it happened to this seemingly perfect family. I mean, I guess if that's how people think, but we also don't really know the truth of what happened. We know there's bad people out there. I think Yeah, I guess that could be. That would be a reason, I guess, why people are so hooked on it. Or I guess too, because she was so much on social media. So I guess this would be the case that stays alive in social media. Hey, Kellyanne. Other murder cases deserve just as much attention as these high profile ones. That's exactly right, Megan. Yeah, I mean, that's why, yeah, I just don't understand. Megan, do you want to come up here? Oh, what was this one? Yeah, little Jalen died a horrible death because of the broken system and sadistic SOBs. Yeah. And I didn't hear about that story either until I seen your Facebook and video on that. Yeah, see, so I want to know. I want to know what makes it tick into one case going high profile over another because it's most of the cases, let's say in murder or true crime, are all, I mean, there's murder in all of them, right? And so does it have to be beautiful people? Does it have to have children in it? Well, I guess no, because Jalen was a child. I just want to know how the establishment chooses one case over another. I suppose we will never get that answer, but we could at least try to figure out what it is that ties these high profile cases together. What makes all of us tick that it's $1 billion industry? You're doing research on high profile cases. And there she was, a story that probably not very many have even heard. And we have to ignore certain things in high profile cases. Obviously, the establishment wants us to just ignore, but why? Is it just because of money purposes? We should all just shut up? Or what? Because in the OJ case, my beliefs is that the serial killer that was OJ's friend, who even admitted to it, is the real killer. Now, there's got to be money in that, right? Why is it being ignored? Why? I want to know. Dude's on death row. I think he's like set to die anytime. So he has nothing to gain by saying that he did these murders. It's the media that chooses. Usually, and it's good looking people and has to have the money, sex, and drama. Right. You know, that's yeah, you're right. Again, that's why they would add all that shit about Shanann in the documentary. Her own family's putting out there that she liked to masturbate. Are you freaking kidding me? We didn't need to know that. That was not our business. Why is that out there? Of course, because it freaking sells. Hey, Stacy. Yeah, that's true too. Missing women in the media, very beautiful, nice figure. Why would anyone ever hurt her or them? Right. We should cover missing women and children cases too. Maybe we'll have some luck like Jory. Maybe we can stream about missing women and children and stuff, and maybe they will get found while we are streaming. Hi, Nicholas. Yeah, Kellyanne. Yeah. He was friends with Glenn Rogers, serial killer. Serial killer who actually worked for the DA to help bust druggies and shit. So he got in there so that he would know what was going on and be in good with the cops to be able to be a spy basically and know like if people were on him and shit like that. He got himself right into the damn police department working for them and shit. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll start streaming about OJ. Trust me, I can talk and talk and talk about OJ. I didn't see your comment, Meanville, so I don't know if it's. You're not usually a bad intent person. Oh, your comment about them, they're beautiful. No, you're right, they are. Well, we probably know what they're stolen for. They lit up the room when they walked in. Every case was an attractive person on TV. Yeah. That's true, isn't it? They always do say that. Or it's they were the nicest people. I would never guess it was them. They were just so nice. He looks so normal. I know anyone here can tell me someone that the Manson family murdered, right? It was high profile, wealthy people they murdered, but can you give me a name of the person that Jeffrey Dahmer killed? Right. No, you can't. Because it wasn't somebody with money or beautiful. No. Hmm. Right. Right. So the lower class people, like I'm saying, or maybe even lower class and not so beautiful people are being basically thrown to the side in these cases because, yeah, it's not selling. But for it to be $1 billion industry, that means we are all sick people. Yeah. Yeah, we see their names and we forget the victims' names. That's why you hear a lot of people will say they won't even say the name of the killer. And I've said it all the time. I'm like, don't, don't even say his name. Half that what people want anyways. Like they want you to say their name, right? So don't say their name. But then and then the media and all of a sudden they make these names up for them, like it's like Rhonda, she was labeled the fatal beauty, and they all get these damn names to help sell. Yeah. Right. On True Crime Daily, they always say a beautiful woman was murdered. Makes me cringe because what if it was a plain woman that. Right. So I guess it is plain to see then what makes a high profile case. Right, if you're a drug addict or prostitute or something like that, right, as if they weren't people, as if those people weren't somebody's daughters, sisters, brothers, whatever, as if they aren't people, that come from somebody somewhere. It's wrong. That pig farmer who killed people and fed them to the pigs, you remember him, or most people will remember him. I remember him because I'm Canadian, so that was a big one for me. But he killed prostitutes. He would even lure them in and give them their drugs and kill them and feed them to the pigs. I can't name you even one of the like 100 or however many that were in that case. I remember him, but I can't recall one of his victims, and they were all people off the street. 99% of them. We know Manson family murdered Sharon Tate's supermodel also. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to manage Dollar General. There's some weird shit with that company, let me tell you. But yeah. Unfortunately, society puts such value on attractiveness even in death. Jeez. Right. I mean, it's pretty disturbing. It's really fucked up, ain't it, though? Right. And I hate to say it, but a lot of police and stuff, I mean, you see it on TV, and I figure like it's probably real life too, where it was just a hooker, like basically like the killer did a favor almost, and well, she was just a hooker. She's just she was just a hooker, less paperwork, whatever. We don't care, you know. We have sort of been programmed to think that some people are less than human, prostitutes, drug addicts. Right. Yeah. Hi, Sandra. Yeah, it is wrong. Yeah, I think, yeah, it was, hey, survivalist. I do believe that was the pig farmer who actually said that he was doing them a favor by taking them off the streets. Yes. And I believe that was from where I was born in British Columbia, this pig farmer. A mother in Solidarity, Germany was convicted of killing her 5 children from ages 1 to 8. She sedated them and smothered them. Then she jumped in front of a train. Oh, wow. Did we did that go anywhere? Obviously that was not a mainstream story talked about, but I would want to know why. Why would the mother do that? Like, obviously something was mentally unstable. What happened? See, I like to know deeper, which is another reason I decided to write a woman who was accused of murdering her husband. I wanted to know because I could somewhat relate to what she did, and the domestic aspect and stuff. I could relate to it all, but I just wanted to know more about her story, her bringing up, like, what everyone is born this innocent baby and then turn into whatever they mean, turn into good, bad, murder, what is their, I like to know deeper into them, their story, their past. You have to really understand the person, I think, to even know why they're doing something. I don't think people even care. Some of us care a little more deeper into more of like Chris Watts as a person, as a human, right? I think more people should do that. Oh, it truly hurts my heart physically when Angela first reached out 1 month after her daughter and grandson were murdered. I cannot believe there was more interest in her case. There was not more interest. Yeah. Wow. And thank God, like, you helped her keep that alive, and Angela kept that story alive, and look at the outcome for it. But yeah, you're right. I've been saying that a lot lately. Like, I can't believe her story wasn't more mainstream like that. But I think what I don't like is people, the families go into these high profile cases. The families go into this thinking, hey, I'm getting my voice heard. I'm getting this story out there, right? So that's what they're thinking. And the media is thinking something very different because all they're seeing is dollar signs, right? The family doesn't really understand that. And in my research, a lot of the time the family is doing all these interviews and stuff. They are actually doing them for free just because they are getting on TV and they think lots and lots of people are going to hear their story and it's going to help them, you know. And that's not what the media intends. The media intends to twist everything for their own agenda, which is dollar signs, clearly. It is sick. Look what they do. They take your story, make it a media thing in 99% of the cases, and then they're just forgotten about because that network or whatever got their story, or that journalist got their story, and whatever, some people got money involved and their names and a little bigger, and then the story's just done and forgotten. They don't stick around. Like with Angela, okay, he is arrested now, but it's like all these people did a little something for her, even like on John Walsh's thing. But did they continue helping? No. He got his show, his ratings, live PD, he got their shows, the ratings. And unfortunately, even with a lot of YouTubers, they pick up these stories, like with Christian and the Whitley thing, they all try to expose Whitley, but then they do their little 3 episode thing and then they're done and they're on to the next. And the problem with me is I don't like to just drop something when I know it's not resolved. Like, I would never have stopped fighting beside Angela's side since Kim from Unjustified brought her story to our attention. I would have been with her and continued being with her even though until there's a resolution. That's what the families are really looking for when they go and tell their stories. That's what the families really want, is to get their story out there and for the help. Not let's worry about our views and get the story out there because we're going to get views on this, we're going to get likes on this, and then it's just done to the side. Or being on TV, we're just going to get our paycheck for this, we're going to give you your voice for 15 minutes, but then it's done, you're over with. We got a lot of money, you got nothing but a little bit of camera time. When I see them or they reach out to me for help, I do whatever I can to help give them a voice. But even then, those videos really get views. I know. And you know what, Mama? You and I have talked about it. Sorry, I'm just gonna say, like, we have even talked about, it's really fucked up that we will do lives or plan these things to help other people have a voice, but nobody will show up. Nobody cares unless it has the Watts related in there. And we've done a couple of things where we can prove that we get it Watts related, or we'll put some hashtags in there Watts, we get way more views. But if we put in there about some missing girl or another story, or like Angela's story trying to find a murderer on the run, or Christians, 2 murderers still walking free, nobody wants to hear that shit. They want to hear the same Chris Watts shit that's like beating a dead horse over and over again for over 2 years, because we're never going to get the answers. This is the control for once in his life he has by saying what he wants when he wants, and he ain't never going to give that up, and I don't think he should have to. For once, Chris Watts is controlling something in his life. Everyone should get over it until maybe he'll want to talk one day. Maybe NK will talk one day. I don't know. But I think everyone should move the fuck on till somebody starts talking. There's other cases that deserve the energy. And it actually does piss me the hell off. Yeah, I'm glad you bring attention to the other cases, Mama. Because yeah, they deserve it. There's other people out there that are begging, like, just hear me. Listen to this. Please don't let this story die. Like, there's a lot of them out there. In fact, there's only one family I've ever encountered that would tell me to shut the fuck up about trying to find the truth on a case. Only one family. Everyone else I've ever encountered on cases have been glad to have help and been glad that I have friends and family on the YouTube platform that would be willing to also share their stories and stuff too. I've literally only encountered one family that has told me to shut up. Yeah, I think everyone should just back off the case, in my opinion. And like, okay, so it's hard because We fight for justice. We want justice on the case. We all know there's not proper justice on the case. Chris Watts should not be the only one in trouble. He should not be taking charges that don't belong to him. We know this, right? Because it's wrong. So it's not fair that everyone would feel bullied to stop talking about it, because we all fight for proper justice. No matter what it is, we want proper justice. And even Chris Watts is entitled to that. If we don't help fight for that, obviously nobody else is, and it's not right. And I fully believe that the girls are still not at rest because there isn't proper justice, because the proper person isn't behind bars for who actually killed them. Them girls cannot even lay at rest. Anyone that believes in supernatural knows that shit is true, that them girls are still stuck. And to me, that's why there isn't proper justice in that. There's an unsolved case from my hometown, a young lady who was murdered, and I've reached out to a few people to get her some attention on it, but no luck so far. Yeah, and unfortunately, that'll be a lot of times, yes, people want you to jump right in, but then you'll get the people that, they started getting a little bit of help. People were talking about it, but again, they felt let down because, okay, they got their story, they got out there, but then it was dropped or left. So then when like people like me come back around, they're kind of over it and done with it and don't even want to drag any of it back up because they're sad. They don't want to be let down again and just forgot about again and go through all. When you ask these people to go through those things, they are reliving that moment. And for them to be willing to do that, I think it's a gift to us to be able to have that. I always said people's stories are a gift to hear them because it's a way to learn in life. I love hearing people's stories. Yeah, we love your subs. Yeah. Yeah, oh, what? Thank you, Lewis. My dog's leaving doors open during a snowstorm. Come on. But yeah, people, that's what sucks. They hash through and relive, and then they feel let down. And then when people like me or Kim Unjustified, where we really like care and we won't stop until there's a resolution, they are usually they just don't want to go through it all again, and it sucks, and it's understandable. Watching other cases more now, there's so many victims, so much pain out there. Yeah, see, we don't have to be stuck on the Watts. We still have to obviously try and get proper justice and everything, but I think we should all be willing to let other cases in. That's all I think. Like, just let other cases in instead of 10 hours a day on Chris Watts, maybe 6 hours a day on Watts and 4 hours a day on some other case you never even learned about. In fact, maybe I should start a challenge where I invite everybody to pick one case not Watts related and that is either fresh or 20 years old, and we should discuss it. We should do a panel and we should discuss them. I think how about that be my challenge? Everyone needs to do homework this week and pick one case that's not related with Watts and that we don't say Watts. We'll do a stream about it like next week, maybe next Thursday. And we can't even mention Watts. How about that? No Watts relations at all in the comments or anything. Just different cases. Well, we got like 3 inches the other day. Now between now and Sunday, we're supposed to get like another 5 or 7 inches or something snow. It's really disgusting. I think it's really, I hate snow. I'm in my own personal hell with snow. Yeah, you know what? So next Thursday, I'm going to do a panel And I invite you guys to learn about one case that is at least 20 years old, or like from now to 20 years old, but it can either be mainstream or not mainstream. And I want you, even if it's an old high profile case, learn something new you didn't know about that case. Like even like OJ, I go back and that's my favorite case to study, and I learn new shit on that case all the time. So next Thursday, I'm going to do a panel, and I invite you guys up on panel and tell me something you learned about a case that you decided to look up during the week. You guys come on the panel, tell me about the case you chose to look up and one thing that you learned about it next Thursday. Yep, that's what I want. That's what we're doing. Yeah, that would be awesome. Watts Free Thursdays. I'm down. I am down. We can try this. Yeah, that'd be cool if Jalen's mother would want to talk. I hope that she will. Yeah, you guys, it's raining and snowing right now, and my internet keeps saying that it's weak, so I may get off of here in a little while, but it's good snowman snow at least. Yeah, the kids were out there earlier. They still tried to bring their dirt bikes out today, but now it's more wet. It's gross. Dangerous. Yeah, Watts Free Thursday sounds good to me. I'll get on here. I know Mia was supposed to be on, but I'm not sure what happened. But next Thursday we'll do a panel. You guys can call in. Let's talk about the case you decided to look up during the week and at least one thing that you learned on that case. Who will do my homework and challenge? I think Mia said she was going to do her own live or something. I don't know. So we may have to change things up for Thursdays. That's fine. Yeah, my dog loves it too, but then she gets all wet and wants to go jump on my bed. I hate it. She's a queen. We've had highs in the lead. No fair, Sylvia.
1 minute. Zoe, come.
Yeah, I knew you would do it. I'm excited to see who does it.
Zoe, come.
I am excited to see. You know who's gonna break it first? It'll be Tanya. She can't help herself. I love it. Okay, awesome. But if you do the homework, you got to come up on panel and discuss it too. So remember that.
Okay.
I'm excited. Okay, on Saturday, I'm going live also, and I have a special guest on Saturday. I met this awesome girl through Twitter, and her husband is in prison on a life sentence, and he is currently filing or does have appeals going on. COVID has slowed things down. And it is wrongful charges. So there'll be things that she cannot talk about on Saturday because it is ongoing. And he's got the appeals and trials coming up. So there'll be some questions she will not be able to answer, but she'll just tell us either we can answer that, she can answer it or not. So Saturday evening, I can't remember what time we said. I think it's 8 Central Time. Her name is Celeste, and she does have a YouTube channel called Wife of a Lifer. I'll drop it in the comments here. But on Saturday, she's going to join me, and we're just going to have some wine and chill. And I really want to sit and talk with her because we forget that these people that go to prison, high profile or not, they have family and they have loved ones that lose that person too. Like, yes, Shanann and the children, they passed. The Ruziks are mourning, and I feel for them terribly. But they aren't the only ones that lost that day. Cindy lost her son that day, and Ronnie lost her son that day. And we need to remember there's real humans and feelings and other people that they are also mourning. even though they're not dead, in a way they're mourning the loss of their loved one because they can't see them, they can't talk to them, they can't touch them, you know? And so that's what Celeste and I are really gonna dig into, and just remind you guys, like, it's so much more than just the inmate. Like, the mean shit people can say about Chris Watts and the family, like, they are mourning too, they are victims too. They lost their son that day. They lost too, you know. And in working on Rhonda's case, that always stood out to me when Rhonda's dad told me, you know, Cher, the day that Rhonda got sentenced is the day that I got sentenced too. And that is going to stay with me always. And that's what makes me remember. It's so much more about the inmate, or the high profile inmate, or whoever we're talking about. You know, I can't believe half the shit I hear about. If you all think Chris Watts is a monster, that's fine and dandy, but the things that goes on that people say about the family and stuff like that, it's like you don't know that they lost too, and I think that's wrong. So we're going to be chatting about that, and she's going to, you know, tell us, what is it like to be the wife of somebody serving a life sentence in prison? What does she go through? And, you know, a lot of that. And I'm really happy that I met her like about a year ago through Twitter, and always told her if I ever did streams, I'd really love an interview with her. So she said yes. Yes. Can we email a story for you if we work long hours? Yeah, absolutely. If you find a story, and yeah, definitely look into the story. And then if you want to email it to me and tell me, like, what did you learn on there, or what's something new or whatever. Yeah, definitely. I'm sorry, what's that say? My hands are froze. Can we email a story for you if we work long hours? I work 6 days a week. Yes, that will be acceptable. That's okay. Homework too. I saw something about, what is this? Can I ask you about the Christian? Yes, please do. I still look about that one. Hey, Gypsy Moon Mystic. Thank you. I'm sorry if I'm missing some people in here. I forget that the chat's over here. Yeah, they lost their grandchildren too. Yeah, so I hope you guys will tune in on Saturday to hear Celeste kind of describe exactly what it's like to be on the other side of that, I guess. Yes. Oh, I can't zoom in. Okay, there we go. They get no sympathy, but imagine if it was your brother or your son. Right. I always say, like, when people give me the hate, or, oh, you're backing this person or whatever, I always say, well, if it was your loved one, you would love somebody like me helping or looking into the case. Like, I feel some people are just so weak-minded. It's unbelievable, honestly. And I'm gonna, yeah, Candace, what did you have a question about Christian's case? It's just so sad for everyone, all because someone wanted to have no responsibilities. I mean, yeah. Oh, just got an email. Awesome. Oh, okay, Mama. Awesome. I'm excited. Yeah, I know that's what people think, is that he didn't want any responsibilities. I don't share that opinion myself. Oh, you've heard it here first, you guys. And we may have a big special guest. We may. Yes, it is Watts related. I'm okay with Watts, just not all day, every day. Like I said, just cut it down a little and invest even just a quarter of the time into a new case. Yes, I always think they're for grace of God. Okay, now I'm excited for that call. Yeah, that's what I want people to remember. The family gets sentenced too. Yeah, I'll just never forget when he said that to me. I guess because you don't really think about that. Like I never even really thought about that until I got close to with the family. I didn't, and it's right. By the way, I hope no one buys that piece of shit book from Cheryl and Cato. By the way, don't do it. Absolutely, don't do it. I think you would take that, however much she's gonna charge you for it, and like, I would flush it before you buy that book. Okay, I would go buy a homeless man a hot meal with it instead, or something. Buy yourself something like nice, and instead of that book. I'm just telling you, just don't do it. Yeah, I am excited for that call too, Mama. Like tonight, I think. Did I miss the question about Christian? I know I was waiting to see, or maybe she left or something. That's okay. Hmm. Oh. You have a loved one in prison, and I was shocked and heartbroken. It doesn't mean you condone what they did, but you still love them unconditionally, right? And I can relate because of my father, and I think, right, yeah. You love that person, you have that bond. Like I said, yeah, it's somebody's loved one. You don't condone the bad behavior. You don't condone what they're doing or why they're in prison, but you can't stop loving that person. Like for me, my dad. And I was okay with the first time he went to prison because of why he went to prison. I was okay with that. But then after 14 years and he got out, when after he would keep telling the prison, by the way, this is why another reason the justice system is broken. He would always tell the prison that he was more comfortable in prison. He thrived in prison. There's just some people that would rather be in prison. And I think when people tell you that, I think maybe you should either keep them in prison or commit them to a hospital after their prison sentence. Because those are very dangerous people because they don't care. They just want to go back to prison no matter what, like my dad. And they're dangerous. They will hurt someone because they want to go back to prison. And because they don't care about being in prison, when they hurt somebody or they do something to go back, they're going to really make it count because they don't care. Right. To my brother, my mom is heartbroken. She has so much anxiety about it. It's been so hard for my family. I will always love him. And I'm sorry to hear that, Sylvia. And, you know, of course you're always going to love him. Your brother, you grew up with him. How could you not? Like, I understand that. And you should never receive judgment or hate or anything because you love your brother. And unfortunately, that's what people expect, and it's wrong. Sylvia, if you'd like to join panel on Saturday evening with Celeste and I, you sure can. Oh, okay. I'll text you after I get off here. Yay. Yeah, Sylvia, you reach out to me in my email. It's in my about section on my channel. And so I have a private way to I'll send you the links on for Saturday, and definitely if you want to come on and talk about it, I mean, it aligns with exactly what our panel is for on Saturday evening. I'd love to have you up there. Oh, look at Mama Kim teasing people. This guest knows NK. I know who it is. Friday's gonna be good. Wait, was it Friday? Okay. Awesome, Sylvia. That'll be awesome. I look forward to that. I told Celeste to get her favorite bottle of wine because she is like, she's got a little anxiety and shyness too. So do I. So yeah, grab some wine. Saturday night. It's lady chat about the, the other side and about the family members and what family goes through. Other side of the fence of the inmates. People need to remember these things. Oh man. Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, this live turned into something different. I apologize, but I am gonna hop off here. I hope to see everyone on Saturday night. Sylvia, definitely email me. And Mama, I will be in touch in a little bit here. Thanks, guys. Oh, hi, Rosemary. I didn't see you. I'm sorry. All right, guys. I love you guys. See you guys on Saturday night. Bring your wine, Sylvia. Look forward to hearing your side of that too. Bye, guys.